All right, we're back to work in the shop on old King Fred. Now, King Fred didn't make it to the Off-Road Expo, but that was because we chose not to. So we have a few more things to finish up we're gonna work on, but before we can do that, we're pulling King Fred outside and we are cleaning this shop up. So we're gonna get some organization going on. We do have Hector working on the seat slides. Cato's Custom Upholstery brought it down this morning. We didn't film that, which we should have, but we forgot. So Hector is scuffing them up. We're gonna black them out, and then we're gonna get this seat installed. In case you guys didn't see it, look at this beautiful thing. Wow. Anyway, Hillbilly is getting the back wheels put on. He changed the wheel cylinder that was leaking, so we got all brand new brakes in the rear. We're gonna let this down, pull it out, and get this shop in order.
All right, so Robby and Hillbilly are finishing up a little bit on Fred so we can get that pulled out, but I think me and Colton are gonna start cleaning.
What kind of cleaning?
Everything.
No.
Oh, the spring cleaning?
Yeah.
Do a little spring cleaning of the shop. It's gotten pretty bad, but you gotta clean it every once in a while. So we're gonna start on this side, pull everything off this wall. Everything we don't need in here, we'll go put it out in the storage container or somewhere else. Or throw it away.
Put it in a throwaway pile.
Yeah, we'll have a throwaway pile, a keep pile, and we'll work our way across the whole shop and get this thing looking good again.
I'd like to thank today's sponsor of this video, Aura. What are you guys doing?
They're still in my data.
You guys know we're all about fixing up wrecks and saving rides. But what if I told you your personal data could be a wreck waiting to happen?
Robby, I think someone's watching me.
Hillbilly, that's just your browser cookies.
My what?
You're not totally wrong. Your personal info might be floating around the internet like a busted drive shaft on the highway. I looked myself up online and guess what? My info was floating around like a rusty fender on a back road. That's when I found out about Aura, today's sponsor. They make protecting your data easier than wrenching on a bumper.
They got my info and I don't trust them.
Hillbilly, calm down. Aura is going to protect you while you're browsing online. Aura scans the dark web for your personal info and alerts you if it's out there. And they'll even force data brokers to delete your info, so you get less spam, fewer scammers, and way more peace of mind. If someone tries to use your info, Aura sends you an alert faster than we blow up tires on the trail. And if things ever go south, Aura's got your back with up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. It's like a security system for your online life, and trust me, you don't have to worry. It's like welding your data shut against hackers. Lock it down! Hillbilly, I promise you with Aura, you're protected. You don't need to lock it down like that. Head to aura.com/Robby Layton for your 14-day free trial and see if your info's out there. Stay safe, Layton Nation, and maybe hide your tinfoil. I'm hiding it from the guys. Not another one. Thank you, Aura, for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to work on Fred. So we just went to start King Fred again, and our starter is bound. So we're not sure why it's binding, but we're gonna figure it out. So Hillbilly's gonna try to back the flywheel up a little bit, see if we can get it unbound. If not, we'll unbolt the starter and figure out what's going on. But this seat is comfortable.
Is it?
So I'm okay with it. Well, I saw Adley and Lincoln. They were laying across it for a while. It's like a massager.
All right, just knocking things off this list right now. We're doing the unbolt starter for the 4th time.
That's not knocking it off, that's adding stuff to the list.
What you got there, brother? You make them look brand new.
Yes, man. Blanco y negro.
Black, yep.
Black.
Yep.
Completamente.
Everything, yep. And then after you paint,
Yes.
get a little bit, we'll get some grease, maybe. A little bit, not car grease, like.
Okay.
And then we'll put it in there and run the rails. Be smooth. Brayden. Now, being a judge for that seat, how do you feel about sitting in it?
It's good,
Like,
but
how many hours do you think you could sit in that thing?
What's today, big boy?
it's probably because I'm too tall, so my feet are.
You're a big, tall 15-year-old today.
Is that right?
It's big boy's big birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Still my baby boy.
Look at this, 15 years old, and look how much taller he is than me.
Just a little bit.
This is
You're so
that's
tall.
not fair.
Wow, you're tall.
Look at this.
Taller than Daddy. Yeah, not yet. Almost taller than me. soon.
I'm tired of pulling the starter. Why did it come apart like that?
That's not gonna
So,
work.
we are going to put the starter back in. Just this time, we're going to use the new starter from
AutoZone.
AutoZone.
Just the motor, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can't
just motor
fully
part.
swap them because this gearbox has an extra snout on it. That one doesn't. So that's why we can't just swap them straight across.
Do we know why it's bounding up?
No.
Can you see it on the teeth or anything?
No. There's no wear or anything. So the only thing we can think is that this motor is just not all there for some reason.
All right, I think we have Mickey Mouse a starter together that will work. I've talked with DCS. Normally, they said that these starters don't have issues. I think we just got a bad one. No big deal. They're going to send us out another one, so we'll be able to swap this out at a later date. But I think we should be able to fire this thing up and have it work. All right, so Hector did such a good job getting our seat slides painted. So we're gonna have him and Colton pull the seat out, get them put on right now, and get that seat installed while we're waiting on the starter. Hector, how are you?
Good man. You?
So good.
America, man.
Say, I love
I love
my fans.
my fans.
We love Hector.
Hector's never seen the seat before, so he opened the door and was like,
Nice, man.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You get that in Colombia?
No, man. It's good.
Yeah, this is U.S. Well, it's probably not U.S. grown leather. I don't know where it's from. These what's for dinner?
Ooh.
Moo.
Cow. Cow. Yeah,
Cow.
see. Moo.
All right, so while the guys are working on that, Sean has got our rear tire chalk thingy. I don't know what these are called. Somebody in the tow industry will correct me and tell me what these are called. I can't think of them right now, but Sean built a bracket to hold them, and we got holders to clamp them in. So check this out. Yeah, they are way tight, but that's what we want.
We're gonna jump.
These are never coming off, ever.
Ever.
Never! Ever. Also, he's gonna get those ready. We're gonna get them painted black, and then we can finally install these on the truck. Yeah, that's our solution to keeping them tied in. So this is out of a 6.4. It's got the correct snout. So Hillbilly's gonna put that in and be able to start this thing. But we do have a high torque coming that we're gonna put back in it. So this isn't your last time.
Hope for the best.
We're gonna put the seat in, bro. Hector! God, this guy's crazy. He's just scooting around on his butt, and I was gonna help him.
All right, so putting the seat in this basically makes this a usable truck now. Pretty excited. We do have a brand new floor mat, and so we're gonna use a spud bar, heat it up, and melt some holes from the backside before we get those front bolts in. After that, moving this out, the guys are gonna get things all cleaned up, and I gotta work on the wiring. Dang it, we have so much little stuff to do on King Fred, but King Fred is gonna be perfect for the off-road games. Thank you, Hector.
Okay.
Too slow.
It's like this, remember the
Snail. No? He got me good. That is so nice. Come check it, Sean. It's a work truck. It's a work truck.
Wiping.
Get in.
You're gonna break. You're gonna break
Get
it in. Hector said he could drive clear to Columbia with this seat. Oh. I don't even think he ever rode in Fred before.
That cat crap on my seat.
Yeah.
What the?
Here's the question: did you even ride in Fred before?
No, I've never been in Fred.
Doesn't matter. He's going to be in Fred 2.0. We get way too ahead of ourselves. So now we don't have power brakes. So we're gonna get some power steering fluid put in it, and that should give us power brakes. Then we'll be able to pull it out. In the midst of our cleaning, I just found a box. This is why I love Milwaukee. Look at this. They come out with a new shirt and they send it to me. This is the Free Flex shirt, long sleeve. They're so awesome. They're so great to me. I think I know why we keep having little issues. Because I want to get in and out of this seat. Ready? Yep, you're good. Oh. Hold on, fellas. So we put a hydro booster on it, which is ran off the power steering pump. So we got to get enough fluid that it does the whole system. Is it empty?
It sucked it down quite a bit, but there's still a little in there. But we got more.
We got a gearbox, a hydro assist, and a pump. They're all bone dry. I love that. So I'm gonna have Sean jack the front end up. That way I can cycle the steering wheel, not have to strong arm it. We're going for the maiden voyage of King Fred with no windshield. Maiden voyage. Oh, it doesn't have a clamp on it. That is so much black smoke. So we don't have the standalone kit on the transmission yet. So I'm doing some manual shifting, but I think we're good. I've seen this in a movie once. It chirped them. We got a boost leak because we need to put a clamp on our charge air tube, but those tires went, they barked. I don't care who you are. All right, so King Fred's maiden voyage went perfect. So now we got her outside. We can get the inside of the shop cleaned up. So, yeah, almost had the front tires off the ground. Definitely underrated front springs. Those are gonna get fixed. All right, things are coming along. It's almost like a breath of fresh air. We got a little bit of room. We're gonna keep cleaning. I talked to my buddies over at Harbor Freight, and they're hooking us up with a toolbox to put our Wire Pro on top of, plus to put all of our electrical stuff in the drawers. So we're gonna be sending Owen to Sandy tomorrow to go pick it up. But in the meantime, we're gonna keep cleaning, and we're gonna put Fred over in the lift side so that we can do a few more things on it. It'll probably be easier to lift it and then put the wiring in anyway. So we'll get it pulled in here in a minute, but Sean's been working hard, getting all this stuff cleaned up. Now that King Fred is just about finished, we're able to get rid of a lot of the old stuff. We don't want to throw it away because we might need it, but now we just about don't need it. And we're gonna go through and get all this cleaned. Then we're gonna feel so much better. Then Hillbilly's gonna do something. And then Sean's doing something. We're all doing something.
He's right there.
It's 5 o'clock, the kids are here. Hillbilly's gotta go to dinner, so we're gonna resume this in the morning, so it is tomorrow. We moved one disaster from here to there.
What's up, bro?
Good man.
Cleaning?
Yes.
Doesn't look like we've done much yet, but
Did you have it?
there's a lot of little things in this corner. It's crazy how much stuff we've been digging out. And it's all gotta have a new place now.
We usually have a thing. We don't know where it goes. We have a thing where it goes on Hillbilly's box.
Now,
That's what we've been doing the last year. And then you clean it and put it where it goes. Because you know where everything goes.
no, I don't.
You've been here the longest.
That don't mean nothing.
Lone Star State Hillbilly. Good catch.
Thank you, man.
I know.
Not there.
All right, we got the fancy one now. Gonna put it on. Castle nuts, because they look like a crown.
All right, so I'm trying to get all the wiring figured out for the transmission. I think, aside from a few lights on the crown, this is the rest of the wiring that I need to do. So there's all these wires. I'm trying to figure out which ones I need, which ones I can eliminate, and then I'm gonna either snip them off or roll them up. Then I gotta figure out how to program it, because there's a certain way to program it on a computer, and I don't know how to do it, but I'll figure it out.
There we go. Look at that.
The rest of the wiring that goes to the transmission, I've got the wiring that goes to the main shift box. Now these go to the connectors on the transmission. So I got to figure out where they go, how they work, and then I'm going to have to shorten them most likely. So I got to get all those wires through the firewall. Also, this thing can shift. So I'm going to get working on that. All right, so we had a couple holes. They were not big enough, so I just cut them bigger to get the wiring through. So basically, I'm going to put it through, stretch it out, get my length right. Then I got to shorten it all. Then I can put it all wiring loom and get it all hooked in. So these three are going to go to my TPS sensor, and these are going to go to battery and ground. So this is keyed power, full-time ground. Should be pretty simple. I'm going to have to lengthen these and shorten all them. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a zip tie on it so that they stay together. Then I can route it across, and I'm not going to lose my length coming through the firewall. All right, we got my length. So now we got to reverse this, pull it all back out. And that's where I want my connections to be. So I'm going to pull this out, shorten all these up, heat shrink them, wire loom it all, and then we'll get it installed. All right, here is the harness. Now I got to lay it out and build it. This harness, I'm dissecting all the white wires out because I don't need them. So I'm going to go through the manual, figure out which ones those are. But I'm making marks because I need to individually wrap that wiring, individually wrap that wiring, and then this is where we're going to connect all three together into a loom. So let's sit and play wire disconnect for a minute. That one is out. All right, I got all the wiring all figured out. So I'm going to loom it. I'm not going to cut it until I get it all loomed. That way I can make sure it's the same length, or the correct length, I should say. So I've got my 3 different sizes, 1/4 inch here, we'll use 3/8 here, 3/8 here, and then I'll put a 1/2 inch around all of it. It was a mess. I'm gonna have to re-roll it up. Do you know how hard it is to wrap tape with a bum thumb?
I don't think they've seen your bum thumb.
Oh, ground my thumb off. I know it doesn't look like much.
If they could see the part that's missing, I don't think you really see it on the camera, but
It hurts.
it's definitely a flat spot.
It's like a gouge. Anyway, wear your gloves, people. So I'm going to stagger my cuts so I don't stack all of my connections. Okay, so these ones, we'll splice them all at different sections so that it won't be all clumped together. But it's the boss's birthday today. So I'm leaving. We're gonna go, I don't know what we're gonna do, probably go home. So it is tomorrow. All right, it's the next day. Back to work on King Fred wiring. This is like the story of my life. So I'm getting this harness all shortened up, and we're getting it installed. It'll be final install as soon as I get this done. So that'll be good. All right, I got the main wiring harness done for the transmission. So it's over here. I went over and I measured out the power and the TPS harness, and I got that trimmed up, and then I made an extension for the TPS, which is the throttle position sensor. I've got that right here. I'm going to lay it out on the table, and we're going to build that harness. And then I should be able to put all the wiring in and get this transmission working. All right, I got my TPS throttle position sensor harness done, and I've got the main harness that goes from feed power and ground into the box. And then I've got my other harness done. That's gonna go from the transmission to the box. So we're gonna go get all that installed and then start working on getting this thing fired up. It's a long time coming. Sidney, who called me? No.
It's me
No, you-
texting you on my dad's phone.
No, you sent a picture.
Off my dad's phone.
Hillbilly sent me a picture of when he wrecked his truck,
This is about the truck.
the bumper that
truck
saved his
bumper that
life.
saved his life.
He thinks we make fun of him, but that bumper was like this. Okay.
I have pictures. I put them.
And it never touched.
Man, yes,
But-
it did. There's a big old trunk mark.
But, you know what? We're just grateful he's alive.
4-inch drill pipe, 1/4-inch
Yeah,
wall.
he sent a freaking picture off his dad's phone with no context. I thought he was dead. Check this out right here. It was horrible. And he walked away without a scratch.
I had a bruise and couldn't
that
walk
move
on
it
one leg for a minute 'cause it hurt.
Did it move
That's all we get.
He saved the bumper.
Why wouldn't you save something that heavy?
We should put it on the jalopy.
Oh, jeez. All right, so one thing I need to do now that I've got all my wiring in, on my standalone kit, if I put power to this green wire, it should program it. Oh, I pulled it out. I've got to program my power unit box, the standalone swap helper, and there's a green wire that you have to touch to program it. It's right here. So I'm gonna run some power to it, and it should make that light quit flashing.
What one? The green one or the red one?
I guess we're about to find out. Maybe not. I'll have to read the instructions. Anyway, we'll wait on that. I'm gonna go grab a laptop and we're gonna set up the transmission controller. Then we're gonna put a windshield in. Then we're gonna go drive it because we gotta go
Does the
see.
heat work?
I don't know. I haven't drove it yet. I mean, I have, but I haven't checked it. So we'll get the transmission to work, the shift. Then we'll go and do some driving. So I'm trying to set the throttle position sensor, but our voltage is too low. So I've got an error on here. It says throttle position sensor, voltage low. Go see if you can adjust that and get a little bit more voltage out of it. So I think what's happening is the throttle position sensor is below the minimum voltage allowed. We're gonna try to adjust it. It's not even doing anything. We're missing whatever turns that. There's a little thingy majigger that's supposed to spin the throttle position sensor, and it's missing. All right, wide open,
Open.
off,
Closed.
open,
Open.
close.
Closed.
All right, it's working. So throttle position sensor's hooked up correctly. The quick 4 shift module is working. We're missing something that goes from the block to the unit. So we gotta figure that out. Hold on.
Has anyone told you your truck smells like cow manure?
Yeah, because it's real leather. Okay, then I want you to undo the wiring and hook it back up. Undo the wiring off of the battery. On. Okay, now plug it in. Okay, press accelerator pedal to the floor.
To the floor.
You hold it.
Holding.
You hold it. Release accelerator pedal.
Release.
Boom! Auto set success. All right, so let's check to make sure the shifter is working. Push the brake.
Brake.
Put it in reverse.
Reverse.
Okay, neutral.
Neutral.
Perfect. Drive.
Drive.
Perfect. Second.
Second.
Perfect. First.
First.
And there's no more gears, right?
No.
Working! It's working!
Yeah.
All right, so the Quick Shift 4, or the Quick 4 Gen 2 US Shift kit is working. Unhook the power.
Power unhooked.
Hook it back up.
Hooks back up.
Perfect. It saved our settings. We are good to go. So let's get the windshield in it and let's go drive this bad boy with an actual shifting transmission. All right, I got all the wiring hooked up. Everything, ignition key switches, they're all working. The only thing I don't have yet is my feed switch to my S-Pods, but I'm gonna install that here in a little bit. It's gonna come off of this red wire right here. So I've got that planned, I just don't have it done. Anyway, Hillbilly's getting a temporary clamp on our boost tube. And then as soon as I get these screws in, I'm gonna make sure it starts, make sure it shuts off, make sure it shifts, and then we're gonna install the windshield and go drive it. All right, I've got a few wires to zip tie.
What's on the floor right there?
Probably oil. This thing leaks like you wouldn't believe. What the heck? We got a big leak. Like big oil leak.
Well, new one?
Yeah, it's coming out of the... I can see it right out of the return. It's hard to see, but right up there, power steering is leaking out of the pump. All right, we got us a brand new windshield. So we'll get it all cleaned up, and then we will get some primer on windshield surround and the windshield itself. We'll glue this puppy in. This was supposed to foam, but apparently the foam has left the chat. I'm just gonna wipe the dust off. That way I can prime that paint and it will stick to it.
You getting ready?
Yep, because I hate getting that stuff on my hands because then everything you touch gets on it too.
It's like anti-seize.
And it doesn't.
Bad.
Except for anti-seize comes off. This does not. I'm just gonna put this window down. Look how nice it goes down.
We'll get this taped in. It's got like a 20 or 30 minute set time. So we'll put some tape and then we should be able to drive it with it in like 10. All right, we're one step closer to King Fred being done. This is gonna sit for 10 minutes, maybe 15, and we're gonna go see if the transmission shifts for us. So we're gonna let it sit, and then we're hitting the open road. Oh, and Hillbilly he put the wheel cylinders in on the rear by himself, so nobody was here to help him bleed the brakes. So me and him went ahead and got the rears bled. I think that's why we were having issues with it stopping. Kind of makes sense.
What do you mean having issues with it stopping? You mean not stopping?
Yeah, not stopping. So anyway, that should be fixed. Hypothetically, King Fred is just about ready to go to work. Hector, you like it?
It's very good, man.
All right, let's go see if this thing is going to do what we need it to. Yeah, need some transmission fluid. That's just minor. It's got quite a bit of power. Jeez. Holy cow.
Oh, God.
So much smoke. I think it's gonna run great. It blows so much smoke.
The next morning.
All right, it is the next day. It's actually Monday. Getting back to work on King Fred, so we're gonna take care of the transmission shift weird issue. I'm gonna wire in the S-pods, a few odds and ends, and then we're gonna make this thing run and drive correct. There's some shift points I wanna mess with in the quick shift, get the key switch powers on, and then we're gonna start figuring out which lights to get done before we go to the off-road games. King Fred's gonna be there. Did you know that? Well, if you didn't know, now you do. Actually, instead of wiring, I just got told that my new tracks from American Track Truck are here, so we're gonna go unload them. Now these tracks are either gonna go on King Fred or they're gonna go on the Lamo for the off-road game. So let's go get them unloaded. All right, well, I'm not sure what we'll put these on, either the Lamo or King Fred, but we officially own our own set of tracks. So it's gonna be cool. Now these are for Ford 8 on 170 and Ford 8 on 6.5. So it'll go onto the tow truck and it'll go onto the Lamo, no problem. Oh, they got that too. So these are super good. It's got this sprocket on the inside that actually helps. So cool. It would be cool if we could get like a 2-inch paddle. So I'm gonna look up these tracks. I think it's just a snowmobile track, and see if we can't get some new ones that have like paddles for snow. That would be cool. All right, so I got the wiring all fixed. I'm gonna go and see, I adjusted some of the shift points. I'm gonna go mess with those, see if they do any better. Now we got a brake light on. I'm trying to pull power from places that I probably shouldn't. Now I got a brake light on. We're gonna go try it though. All right, everything is working as it should. What I was doing is checking my shift points. They're really out of whack, but it's gonna take hillbilly driving while I'm watching the shifter, seeing the RPMs at where it's gonna shift, adjusting and getting everything dialed to this engine. But it's lunchtime, so I'm gonna take little Linkster with mommy to lunch. So it is after lunch. All right, so we're back. Me and Hillbilly are gonna get the hydraulics to work. So we went and got 15 gallons of hydraulic fluid. We called our buddy Scott with the hosers. He told us what to get. So yeah, we're gonna get this bad boy working. We'll put our first, what, probably 5 gallons. We'll fill the tank, and then we might have to pressurize it a little bit to get it to go through the lines.
Which I'm good at pressurizing tanks.
Yeah, he's good at expandoing tanks, so no big deal. We'll get this put in, and then we're gonna run the hydraulics, get everything bled all out. Yeah, we should have King Fred just about ready to where we can take him to the off-road games. Now, just a heads up, next Sunday is going to be the off-road games video. So you're not gonna see King Fred get finished until after the games, but we don't wanna lose traction on the games. So that video is coming out next week, and then we're back to work on King Fred. So just come back and watch us, okay? Because we're making a couple more videos. We're doing gears, we're doing all the final touches, getting it ready. So bear with us. We appreciate you guys watching. So don't skip those videos. Thank you. All right, we've never taken the cap off. We're gonna try to not mess our powder coat up. Hillbilly has one of his old worn out gloves. Now we're gonna see if all the lines are full or not. I mean, tight or not. No, too big. All right, we think we have it figured out. We're gonna double funnel it. We'll take 2 people. Hillbilly's pouring and I'm holding. All right, so we got 5 gallons in. I think we're gonna start it and try to cycle it. He did say that if we can't get any pressure, to blow some air and crack the line.
Cause I remember someone saying before you fire it up, I think it was the one that done the light, what's his name? Mark said before you fire it up to crack the lines and blow
That just seems like we're gonna make a big
hydraulic fluid up.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just back this up before we make a humongous mess, before we blow soot everywhere, because this thing's a diesel. We're gonna pull it outside and we'll finish up out there. Hillbilly's got the air blower ready, so we might just get a little bit of fluid up to the front just to make it easy. Yeah, I think we got a problem.
I thought I heard fluid hitting the ground.
Where does that hook up? I don't even know where it goes.
In the center of that puddle.
Yeah. What am I supposed to do with this?
Just put a finger in it.
Yeah, I got a finger in it, but I ain't dragging myself through it. It's going all the way down the crack. Oh, great. Well, we got 5 gallons of fluid everywhere. Sean, did you put a bulkhead bracket on?
Yeah.
You may or may not have forgotten to hook a line back up.
Oh, I had all the lines hooked up.
Oh,
They probably fell off. They weren't tight. None of them tubes are tight.
Well, now you tell us.
Because we had to take them off to take the pump off.
So I think now would be a perfect time to talk to you guys about SAS safety products. So SAS sent us an entire spill contamination kit. Makes a little dam. Then we're gonna put kitty litter all over in it. But I hate oil, but it makes it a lot easier to clean up with this spill containment kit. All right, now we're gonna check all the lines.
Since the damage is already done.
Yeah. And hopefully not leak too much out here.
So why did all that leak out?
Because the line wasn't hooked up, and I didn't know.
Oh. I was gonna say, Colton, we can blame it on Colton. Are you hooking up the line now?
I'm not Robby, as I'm checking all the lines to make sure they're tight.
All right, we're gonna, well, maybe. I don't think I'm strong enough. We're gonna try to crack that line and blow some air through it, but we can turn the pump on. Okay, I think Monkey Boy tighten this up. Okay, I want you to very slowly blow some air. Like, this is gonna be a super gentle process. This has gotta be the gentlest air blowing he's ever given, or it's gonna everywhere. Ready? Yep. little bit. One more.
Why?
I have a terrible feeling about this.
Why? What's gonna happen?
You want me to hold the trigger open? No. Go. Go.
Are you trying to get fluid to come out of there?
Yeah, that's the return. The pressure is the big one, right?
Could be.
Yeah, return is... No, the pressure's the little one. Return is the big one. No, it's pulling from... I'm backwards. All right. It's pulling from the big one. So it goes out the bottom, goes to the pump, and the pump pumps it back to...
turns through the filter.
No, it goes through the valve body, then goes through the filter. Okay, all right. We've got fluid here. I'm an idiot. That's why I'm not a hydraulic guy. I'm just saying, just throwing that out there. Okay, so it's good. So we're gonna tighten them back up, and we're gonna start it. All right, I've got fluid going. All right, well, we were just doing all that with about a gallon of fluid in the system because 4.5 gallons flowed to the ground. At least we know that the system's working. Everything's backwards, but that's okay. All right, where's that cap? I don't even know if this dipstick works, but we're gonna try.
We don't know if you have to spin it in, then unspin it.
Well, we still have cylinders that are empty and lines that are empty. And we're figuring it out. So we've got 3 valves that are backwards. We've got the winch, so that's going in to set a valve. We got the boom, in and out is in. And then we've got the wheel lift, extend. So out is in and in is out. So we're gonna flip those 3 valve bodies and then we'll see if it works. We got another leak. It can't be. Coming down the tank. Coming down this side of the tank.
It might be one of them that loosened anyways.
Leaky, leaky. We could put it on the lift, but that means we'd have to move the jalopy and then make a mess inside. We'll make a mess out here. That one, this one, and this one.
What happens when you do that?
When I do this, it pushes and pulls on the valve body.
Oh.
So, anyway, so one of the leaky ones is this one that we need to switch. So, Hillbilly's gonna work on reversing the lines. It's just a matter of switching hoses and we'll be able to get our direction correct. So we'll do that, retest it. We reversed them, should, oh, look at that. He's going in, going out. We'll lift up, we'll lift down, in, out, yeah. Go up, in, out. Look at that. I'm gonna overextend everything, see if there's a leak. So, I'm just gonna hold the lever, over pressurize, that way we know if there's a leak. Yeah, where? The other thing. Damn, I found a leak. Everybody's gonna tighten that up. This is the absolute joys of hydraulics. Absolutely hate them. Hate them, hate them, hate them.
You want to start a hydraulic business?
No.
Yeah, might as well. I'll send Hillbilly out on the hydraulic calls. Then we got to figure out how to clean everything. There's oil on everything. Pretty soon it'll just be another tow truck, but for the first 5 minutes I want it to be nice. Then it can just stay dirty. I can't wait to tear the seat when I slide in and out of it. Look at that. Look at how nice that is.
Hey, round 2.
Ready?
Round 3.
We need to put the winch cable in. We're gonna do that right after lunch. We're gonna head to lunch, so we'll be right back. All right, so we went and grabbed some lunch. I just got word from Jared up at Big Pine Sports that all of our CF Moto units have showed up. So we're gonna grab the trailer. We're gonna take you guys up to Big Pine Sports. We have 5 units we're gonna go pick up. Well, we're gonna pick up as many as we can fit on our Raw Max trailer. That's the 40-foot trailer that we've got. So we're gonna head up there and get it. Then we'll come back, we'll put that winch line in, and yeah, we're almost ready for the off-road games, but I'm excited because I've been waiting months on these units to show up. So I'm excited to show you guys what we got. All right, so we made it to Big Pine Sports, and I'm pretty sure that this line of CF Motos are going home with us today. So we got the U10 XL Pro. This thing is a 6-seater, super sweet. It's almost identical, 3 more seats than the giveaway we're giving away to you guys at the Offroad Games and on our YouTube channel. So we're doing 2. We've got a Z-Force Sport 4, and we have a Z-Force Sport, and we got 2 four-wheelers. So let's go find Jared. He's gonna tell us a little bit about them, and then we're driving all these things out, loading them up on the ROMAX, and we're getting out of here. All right, so we found Jared. Now,
What's up, everybody?
up here we have a 1000 Touring C-Force 4-wheeler. And I've never owned a 4-wheeler in my life, and we're getting 2 today. So he's gonna tell us a little bit about these machines, and then we're gonna take these and go load them up.
So you've never had a big 4-wheeler
No,
before?
just a little baby 90.
All right, well, you're in for a treat. So a couple things about this model. It is a new model for CF Moto. It does come with a lot of features and benefits that you don't see on any other ATV from the factory.
This one's a 25 also?
Yes, this is completely stock, comes with the winch, comes with aluminum wheels, comes with automotive paint, comes with the back seat. Now the big thing about a touring,
Hillbilly's seat. It's a little booster.
he loves the bear hug.
He does. He likes it.
The thing with a touring is it's actually stretched. So picture a 4-wheeler stretched. In the past, we have put seating on a single seater, but you've got that weight back behind the rear axle. It's not that safe.
So this, oh yeah, you can see it's a little bit
It is longer.
Well, that's
so
awesome. I didn't even realize that.
hand holds for the passenger, feet spots for the passenger. Fun CF Moto fact, they do a metal kicker, and where your foot comes over, it's gonna rest right there so you know where the edge is. So if you're kind of off camber, off sideways, you know where your foot
It's almost
stops.
like a snowmobile rail.
Exactly.
That's cool.
One other cool thing we have to point out with the CF Moto, they have a unique system. So all of these funky shaped holes, there's baskets, there's cargo, there's gun mounts, bow mounts, chainsaw holders, you name it. It's just a device that goes in, turns sideways for all those types of accessories.
See, I'm learning new stuff. I didn't even know that. Now I'm gonna have to get some.
You got some storage compartments throughout the vehicle. It is 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, differential lock, massive display, lots of cool things. You're breaking
How's
it
it work?
already. One other.
Oh, got it.
Oh, that's what the battery is. That's the jumpstart Hillbilly.
Perfect.
So down here, shocks are adjustable as well. So super cool. You want a stiffer ride, you can
that's
have
awesome.
it. You want a softer ride, you can have it. But why are you getting 2?
So this one is actually gonna be a giveaway that we're gonna do later on in the year. So CF Moto, with our partnership, gave us this 1000 to give away to you guys. But right now, we're giving away
A U10 Pro.
So right now we're giving away a U10 Pro. So we're not giving away the 1000
yet.
Later
But it's
on.
coming.
So
Are you gonna give him the one that you beat up, or give him up a new one?
No. This one's gonna go get babied. This one's gonna be protected. We're gonna put it in a storage container, and it's gonna wait until you win it. So
Right.
anyway, now here, you guys may remember this one from last year. Not this exact one, but exactly like it. We gave away a 950 Sport last year at the Off-Road Games. This year, I'm getting my own. So I think the people liked it.
They love it.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited for this one because the 2-seater and the 4-seater, I don't know what I'm saying. Just lost my train of thought. Anyway, these are super sweet. We're getting the 950 Sport and we're getting the 950 Sport 4.
Yes. 4 meaning 4 seats.
4 seats.
4 seats.
But we're not going to skip over this. They're super cool. This one, the Sport 4 comes with bead locks from the factory, which I'm super excited for. So I may have to get another set of bead locks for that one because that'll make that one even cooler. But the one that I'm really excited for, and I want to show you guys. So this is the new, all new design C-Force U10 Pro XL, U10 XL Pro.
Yes.
6-seater, has awesome seats, has a huge display, we're gonna be lifting this thing, putting it on 35-inch tires. We're gonna be getting a windshield, full doors. We're decking this one out and we're making it street legal. So this is gonna become our daily parts runner. So anyway, I guess all there is left to do is get these out of your showroom.
Let's get them out of here. We need the room.
So yeah.
You got a trailer big enough for all this stuff?
We're gonna try to play some Tetris and take as many as we can.
Let's do it.
Anyway, okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, let's get them loaded up and get back to the shop. We're only making one trip. They're all going on this trailer. Right, so you guys saw how awesome those CF Moto units are. Thank you, CF Moto, for the partnership, and thank you, Big Pine Sports, for all the logistics, getting them put together, letting us come get them, and bombard their dealership. So we're back to work. We're getting the winch line put in King Fred right now.
Okay, to start off, I'm going to drill this hole where the winch attaches, or the winch cable attaches to the winch, because the cable is just a hair bigger than what it's supposed to be on there. And the last time I put it on there, it took me like an hour and a half just to get the cable into the hole. So to make life easier, I'm going to drill the hole a little bit bigger. We got it stretched out-ish, so we'll get it hooked up, tightened up, make one pass, and then we'll back the Jeep up a little bit more, so that way it's stretched tight.
Is it gonna fit? Yep.
Like it was meant to be.
Nice.
All right, Hillbilly, I'll tap. Tap, tap, tap.
You'll have to engage the PTO.
Why? You grab the, go do it, I'll tell you how. If you're gonna be a big rigger, you're gonna have to learn how to run it. How to get the best hammer for the job. We're going to make sure that we hold it contention, so we'll wrap tight. We're going to make sure all the wraps are tight. King Fred has to be a girl because all vehicles have to be girls. Anyway, all right, King Fred is ready for a recovery. All right, King Fred is ready for a recovery, and the next video, you guys are gonna see King Fred at the Off-Road Games. We still gotta gear it, we still gotta finish it, but that's gonna come after the Off-Road Games video. So make sure you guys come back and watch us finish King Fred, even though you're gonna see it done. And remember, if you never quit, you'll never fail. Thanks for watching.